again. Actually, there was just two other things I forgot to mention when I was up here before, and I will briefly before I introduce my guest speaker. All of the contractors that are registered on baseconstruction.com are fully vetted, and if you guys know, the vetting process sometimes can be very tedious. However, all of our contractors are fully vetted, so if you are looking to assess whether it is certified minority, women, disadvantaged, Hope Zone, 8A, all of those companies are categorized and separated, and again, fully vetted in baseconstruction.com. And also, we are really happy to be here with the New Haven Housing Authority, presenting such a great opportunity. If we don't have your email, I just want to let you know that next month, I believe it's March 25th or 26th, we're doing something very similar for Stop and Shop. They also have, I believe, over $600 million that they just got of construction opportunities. So make sure that you keep in touch with us, so we'll let you know all these upcoming opportunities that these major buyers are presenting. I'd like to introduce to you our next guest presenter, Nicole Jefferson. Nicole Jefferson is the executive.
I'm here to talk about a little bit different than everybody else that's here. I am the executive director for the commission, and I do oversee all construction in the city. And I'm certain many of you in this room like me and then don't like me. Okay? And the reason why is because we enforce all labor law. That is our primary agenda, and that's what we're contracted to do and hired to make sure that all you folks who ever get jobs with them in the city of New Haven follow all the rules. We are the rule people, and people don't like rules. You know, everybody want to do their own thing. But I'm here to tell you that if you're doing business with the Housing Authority, and we've been contracted to oversee that you enforce all the law, that you adhere to all the laws, we're going to do our job. Point blank, period, very serious, very honest. We're very, very good at what we do. And it's because we have great partners, this is a fact, such as the Housing Authority. But it's because I have a phenomenal staff, and we are committed to making sure that all the people that you hire or that hire you adhere to those labor laws. We oversee all Section 3. Now, a lot of people in the room is like, what's Section 3? We're not going to go into the whole big Section 3. But I will tell you this, we have information on it. But any contractor that is awarded a contract that is over $100,000 has to hire and have trained some folk. Low to very low income folk. Now, the Housing Authority, their actual in-house mandate says $50,000 or more, and that's their personal commitment. And it is our job to make sure that that commitment is adhered to. So, you know, we on one arm, we're here to help you to find and train people that you need, because we also oversee the only construction training school in the region. And it's due to the Housing Authority. And it's named after Mr. Jimmy Miller. And thank God that we got Sheila who oversees it. Sheila Allen Bell is the person who oversees me to make sure that the school runs properly. And I appreciate her, and I want to say that out loud to everyone here. We have the only training school in the region that actually trains Section 3 low-income Housing Authority, New Haven residents, New Haven County residents. And it's on site at the Housing Authority's facility. And the reason why this particular training program, which has been outstanding and the only one in the region like this, because we have partnerships with the unions, the building trades, the Joint Apprenticeship Training Council, and the 5 trades that we teach at the Housing Authority School is painting and taping, electrical, carpentry, plumbing, and laboring. And each trade is trained by an actual labor union foreman that came from the various locals throughout the state of Connecticut. So we're the only one in the entire region, and we do a doggone good job. Every state in the entire United States wishes that they had a program such as ours. We were honored in 2007 as having the best hiring practices in the entire country. And that's because we've got the enforcement arm, which the Housing Authority helps me, mandates me to do. And then we have the training facility to get you the people that you need. So there aren't any excuses anymore. There's no more excuses about, oh, I can't find anybody, I put an ad in the paper, nobody qualified came. All of that and all of that rigmarole is no longer acceptable. If you are going to bid a contract with the Housing Authority, if you intend to get the bid and you win, then you must know that you're going to have to see us. And you must know that you're going to have to do all the things that the big guys do as well. Because there aren't any big rules for small businesses, minority businesses, or woman-owned businesses. The rules are the same. That's why we're the Commission on Equal Opportunities. That means everything will be done equally. So I want to be sure to say that. As I said before, I got a lot of haters in the room. I do. Because there are some folks here that know who I am and understand that we penalize people for not following the rules. But on a good note, we're there to help you. If you need help and you need assistance, you need trained workers, no other place to go but to us. We've got the people, they're on their site every day. There's calisthenics in the morning. It's run just like a regular job site from 6:45 to 3:30 in the morning. And they're actually rehabbing the Housing Authority's units. So they're creating affordable housing while they're being trained. And they're in our program for 10 weeks on the job, and then another 2 months before they even get there. So they're well vetted, as they say. So when we provide you a quality candidate that can be hired by one of your companies, you best believe I stand right next to the person. Because my name is on the stamp, the school, the J. Miller Pearson Career Development School's name is on the stamp, and the Housing Authority, people who are overseas, such as Sheila Allen Bell, her name is on the stamp of the person. So we have quality people. There shouldn't be any excuses. And we're going to actually help you all along the way, because we're helpers. We're not hurters. But we want to make sure that you understand what we're really there to do, and make sure that everyone follows the law. So I hope that you guys had a great breakfast. I'll have some stuff in the back. You can look at it. We've got pictures of the school. We've got, information about Section 3 if you're not sure. We've got information about the school if you want to know. And of course, my favorite thing, because I like a little power every now and then, is the enforcement powers. So I just want you to know, everybody have a great morning. And if you need me, I'm here. Again, Nicole Jefferson, and I'm here to help. Thank you. Have a great day.
First, I want to thank the Housing Authority of the City of New Haven for running this event this morning, and also B for help study. We see prices down considerably, and we see very low interest rates. And still, we look at a very recessed market, and we, globally, there's a real problem out there with the economy. And the question, that I guess a lot of people are asking is why? Why aren't people looking to buy? And the big issue is its confidence. Right now, I was sitting at the table this morning, we're talking about some of the challenges, and the biggest one is that there's a credit crunch. And what does that really mean? So I'm going to spend a minute on that this morning before we get into the programs. Up until about a year and a half ago, there was global investment in the U.S. mortgage-backed securities market and U.S. Treasuries. The return on the investment was very high, the perceived risk very low. Now we have a complete opposite. The risk over the last year and a half has been very high, and the yields are now very low. So with that, what's happened is $1.3 trillion of global and private monies have left the U.S. mortgage-backed securities market. What that really means is banks have stopped lending. And that's the biggest problem we face, be it in housing, in labor, for major corporations that can't make payroll. That's why we have the layoffs. That's why people aren't able to get money. So, we're looking at keyword right now, stimulus package, and the government getting re-involved. I think it's important just to note that though the government's going to do everything they can, it's going to take more than public action. The markets right now are screaming for quality. If we're going to get global capital back, and we're going to give private money to reinvest in housing, they're going to have to see that these mortgages are going to perform. And why that's important is because there's been a lot of strict guidelines that have been not created, but are now being enforced, that were not being enforced in the past. So, though we're hearing about, hopefully they're going to start lending again as the terms that all the politicians are using, it's going to take more than just a desire to do it. The banking industry is going to be revolutionized. What happened years ago is almost irrelevant to what's going to happen in the future. The whole industry is recreating itself. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. What I want to talk to you about this morning is opportunities in substandard housing and some of the products that are available. And if you look around right now, 40% of all residential sales are now tied to bank-owned properties. You add in short sales, which are people that are selling their home for less than they owe, and the banks are cooperating and agreeing to those types of transactions. It's about 70% of the marketplace. So, what does that tell you? First and foremost, it's a great time to cut yourself a deal. Okay? Interest rates are at historic lows. But one of the biggest problems is, beside people being able to qualify for a mortgage, is the properties themselves do not qualify. Banks are going to look at, and this includes FHA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, all the public agencies that are private, that are run, the government set those standards. The biggest problem is they want the houses to be habitable, and they want those houses to be in relatively good shape. So, in the past, appraisers were turning a blind eye to some of the problems, but the thing I challenge you at is, if somebody's going to buy a piece of property, and it's a bank or a realtor or somebody who's involved with that customer, one of the questions I'm going to speak to them about is, it's not only can you afford the payment, it's can you afford to maintain this piece of property. Once you get in, if the roof starts leaking or the heating system goes, that's why foreclosures happen. Because people cannot afford to maintain the property. It's bigger than just can I afford the monthly payment. It goes far beyond that. So there are programs out there that people can utilize to buy property and fix the home with monies that can be mortgaged. FHA has two classifications of properties, insured and uninsured. In those uninsured properties right now, for an owner-occupant, unless you're going in with cash, you're not getting a mortgage. Well, it's because people aren't aware of programs that are available. And the 203K is a great program. It's federal housing. And what they do is they allow you to buy the property. They put aside an escrow account. And that escrow account is there to fix the property within 6 months. So you can buy the property inexpensive. You can go out and have a feasibility study done, do the repairs, move in, get a fixed rate, government insured mortgage, and buy a piece of property that will meet your needs for a long time to come. Why is the program used often? In the past, I think, based on the market we just went through, the housing industry shied away from it because it had a lot of regulation and guidelines. And one of the reasons we have the issues we're having right now is quite simply regulations and guidelines weren't followed.
With it, you can down here. Hope 6, you've all seen Hope 6, right? On the river? No, you cannot buy the development. It is not for sale. So do not ask me that, okay? Not for sale. The project is complete, 160 units, and phase 3 will be starting in the fall, okay? There'll be plenty of work for the whole range of architects, engineers, environmental, and construction. Supplies, tile, windows, doors, roof, grass, light poles, bulbs. So a whole gamut of work for all of you. Again, that's starting in October. Projects that are already out on the street, that's in your package. I won't go through them. Just we'll save time for questions. I'm going to get through this in 4 minutes. 4 minutes. All right, so those are your packages. You see the return date, bid date. Quickly, do's and don'ts. Don't submit a seal bid without a bid bond. It will not be accepted. A bid bond is not a performance bond. Any project over $25,000 requires a bid bond. Do not give us any change, cash. We need a what? Certified check, bank check, or money order. If we do not get that, your bid will be returned. I can't tell you how many bids we get without a bid bond, right, Nadira? Okay, that's the one holy grail. You must give us a bid bond. If the bid's over $25,000, you can get your bid bond back when you sign the contract. Make sure you get it back, because sometimes we forget to give it back to you. We do. So you must get it back, because you can only get so many of these at a time. So $25,000 or more, give us a bid bond, okay? First one up here, IQC is for architects. We do that so we can keep a study ready for architects. That way we don't have to keep bidding out projects over and over again for architects. The designs are already ready to save a lot of time. Architects, elevator repairs, moving service. So if you got a truck, go into business, who's that? Fred Sanford, right? Is that for the son? Roof placement, basic campsite remediation, roof placement. So a whole range of contracts that are all due in February and March, okay? You can get the bids at 360 Orange Street. Most of them are on a disc, right? You can pick them up on a disc. This is services, again, I'm not going to go through them. Maintenance, the whole range of service. Getting out cars, watches, all the same. So you can't get locked out every 5 minutes, every night. You let in. Job training, a whole range of other services. Job training on jail services, mental health, substance abuse. I probably need some of that. It's hard having a school named after you. I can't get arrested for driving. I can't get arrested for drunk driving. I can't get stopped. I can't go to jail. So I have to keep a straight name. That's heavy. Audits for audit. Cameras. Security guard services. So again, the whole range of services we're going to provide. Small procurement purchases under $50,000 do not need to be bid out. There are quotes, and a lot of work is done that way. That's a good way for small firms to get involved. So that's $50,000 and under, no sealed bids. You will still need a bid bond if it's over $5,000, but you will not need a performance bond, so that's the same. Preventive sealed bids, over $50,000, you will need a bid bond and a performance bond for any project over $100,000, okay? Section 3, Nicole talked about. Our requirement is that 10% of our contract award go to Section 3 businesses. That's the businesses owned by resident, 51% owned by resident. 30% of your workforce is our low-income persons, and you're located in the New Haven, Maryland area. Okay, so 10% is our goal. MBE goal is 20%. Women-owned goal is 6.9%, and those goals apply to subcontracting as well as employment as well. Definition of 3 firms in your package. A lot of confusion is caused by that definition, so pay careful attention. There are preferences for Section 3 on businesses. If you're within 10% of the lowest bid, the bid will be awarded to you. That is a declining scale, something we've been doing for a while. So that is a benefit to Section 3 business. So again, it's very important that you understand what a Section 3 business is, because there are preferences in the bid process for those types of businesses. Over the next 3 years, 5 years, we're going to be spending $300 million in construction. That's $300 million. I calculated this morning, that's going to produce 2,500 jobs, all by our low loans from sales. So that is going to be quite a boost to the economy, and that's enough work to keep everybody in this room gainfully occupied for the next 3 to 5 years. Again, $300 million and 2,500 jobs, okay? That's the best we can do. Projects that are coming, West Rock Development, Phase 1, starting in the fall. Going to be a renovation, development of 20 new units out in the West Rock area. Again, they'll be starting this fall for the whole gamut of construction workers and construction contracts, ranging from looking at windows and doors and carpentry, plumbing, environmental sciences, the whole gamut. Very large project. Wilmot Landing, it's also a construction project, a mixed use project out of the West Rock. William T. Rowe, 912 housing will be redeveloped, and Quinnipiac Terrace Phase 3 as well. And the start dates are in your package as well, so pay particular attention to the start dates. If you have any questions about the procurement, you can contact the procurement department and Yadira to stand up. She's our construction administrator. You can contact her. She can get you bid packages and the bid date, so she's a very important person. And that is it. Did I do that in 4 minutes?
Okay, now we have officially like 10 or 15 minutes to do a question and answer. I think we'll look that over there if we have to. So we'll open up the floor